Hey guys, welcome back to the ESL Vainglory Cup Series. I'm Jason Kappen, joined by Don John, and we're getting to the finals of Cup number 6. It's going to be Team HC up against Red Team 1, and it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a rematch of actually Cup number 4, where Team HC did take the victory against Red Team 1. You said Red Team 1 was a team that you were rooting for, not rooting for, but you thought was going to win.
I have a feeling, but the thing is, like, this is a rematch in a new patch. Like the other match went in 1.4, and now we're in 1.5.
True.
And it's going to be interesting. We have the bands already, but I think we are going to show the brackets first. How everyone got there.
Are we?
I don't. You
Maybe?
need to push the button.
Should I push it? You want to push it?
No.
You want to push it? Push this button right here.
No.
This
No.
one on the back left.
I don't know if I can.
Go ahead, push it. Push it. There we go. There's the brackets for you. Team HC took wins against Feetspellen and Wild Panthers to get here, and Red Team 1 took victories against Unknown and Red Team 2 to get into the finals. So it's definitely going to be a good match. The third place match will be breaking up between Wild Panthers and Red Team 2. You really want to push it again. You get one push. You get one push, and that's it. I can't trust you because you might hit another button that will completely break the stream that I'll get the blame for. But I think we're ready for the picks, actually. In the bands, we had Fortress banned by Red Team 1, and Koshka by Team HC. So that's really interesting to see how it's going to work out coming into this.
I mean, both Team Reds are sticking to the Fortress bands. I would love to know if they actually did that in, like, best of 32 already, when we did not capture it. So, well, we'll see. And it looks like MIQ is already soft picking Fortress here. A Celeste actually again.
Yes.
I knew you liked that.
Just that ultimate, once you get max level and you have that Shatter Glass, just absolutely demolishes people. It's hilarious. But let's see. They do have the Taka. They do have the Celeste. The Cruel? I don't know. Okay. I was expecting maybe Jewel, just for the lockdown that you have and the damage you can do if it gets later into the game, but a Cruel works out as well. On the other side, we see for Red Team 1, they still haven't even picked up or even hovered over their last man.
I mean, that's the same pick from HC, like the semis. So.
Ringo.
Oh, yes. You ever saw Red Wolf playing Ringo?
No, I have not.
That's going to be delicious.
But I have heard about this person over in the EA region who apparently is the best Ringo in the world, according to Zekant.
No, not true.
He's Korean, dude.
Not true.
He's Korean.
Red Wolf is the best Ringo I ever saw. He played on a couple of...
Have you seen the Koreans play?
He played in a couple of dev streams, and he just wrecked 3v1. Well, I don't want to raise him too high. We'll see. I'm just saying I like how he's playing his Ringo. But, I mean, we saw best Celeste. Just like to say that he played in ridiculous good Celeste in the last match and pulled up so many good call collabs. So this is going to be a really, really, really good match. I'm looking forward to see that happening.
Okay, well, let's see exactly how this is going to happen. We do have, over on the Red Team 1 side, we have 80-0 on Taka, MyQ on Fortress, Red Wolf on Ringo, and we have on the side of Team HC, which will be the orange side, Best Celeste EU on Celeste, Palmatoro on Taka, and Shizzle My Nizzle on Cruel. And I'm curious to see how exactly, again, Fortress is going to work. Still, I'm kind of hit or miss on him. Not sure if I fully feel like he's really strong or really weak just yet. It's not really settled. I'll probably be able to once I finally do play him. But they're actually going for the invade, trying to catch up Palmatoro. I think it's once I saw Celeste in lane, they realized we can afford to push in. And Red Wolf trying to kite. Look at the damage doing to Palmatoro already. And he might force him into a really bad position. He gets the first kill, actually. MyQ's still alive. They do steal away a big camp, and they're able to back away. That's not a good start if you're Best Celeste to be up against Red Wolf in lane now.
Yeah, he picked up the first kill, but he did not buy anything out of it, so it's basically the same if he would just went straight for lane, but as soon he's going to buy first, he might be... Actually, they have the same amount of gold right now, so not too bad in that terms.
I just always worry for Ringo when it comes to wave clear, because that's one thing he just does not have in his kit. But he's last hitting pretty damn well, especially with that passive so he can crit.
Right, that's totally true. I mean, if you compare it to the Heliogenesis, that's just so much AoE damage, especially if you're using it twice on 1 star, so you're getting that supernova out of it. Yeah.
I can see he's kind of freezing the lane too. This is something we were talking about before in the earlier games. Expect to see more teams, freeze, but Shizzle and Palmatoro. If only they knew. If only they checked.
Oh, double Skull Traps there. both getting popped instantly by MIQ. Shizzle is probably going to be the target here for AD0 and picking up a kind of easy kill there. And Shizzle going down.
Ringo's coming down from the top side, though. He's going to get the slow off, and this should be another kill or two coming from the side of Red Team 1. A nice core collapse catches 3 people out, and that will save Celeste and Palmatoro for a little bit longer. And you can see MyQ trying to defend that scout trap. Oh, Celeste is going to fall. One more attack will be it. All right, Red Wolf, 2-0. You said he's one of the best, and he's proven it. MyQ, though, looks like he will fall with one more auto attack.
Oh, Kraken is probably going to do it. No, it's an auto attack. But Shizzle on the other side is falling as well, and Red Wolf is connecting again perfectly. Actually taking the heal minion there, probably for AD0. But I don't know why he's rotating down now. Celeste is connecting as well. But there's a Kaku, so AD0 can survive. Red Wolf now 2v1. Core collapse perfectly placed by Best Celeste. He should fall to a Heliogenesis. It's a 4-2 in terms of kills now. And I mean, I told you, we have Best Celeste with the name Best Celeste and the really good Celeste, and we have Ringo, Red Wolf, really good Ringo. So this is going to be like, I mean, it's already going nuts. So, I mean, 6 kills after 3 minutes. That's quite a lot of regression.
Mm-hmm. I was actually seeing someone in chat like, but he's Korean, Kipo. I mean, I've come from a League of Legends background where Koreans like rule the world in League of Legends. So that's why I always say that. But 4-2. You do have about a 400 gold lead. We're seeing the, was it 6 sins picked up for Red Wolf, so a little bit of extra damage in there. It's got the O-Cart as well for a little bit of extra HP.
And you see he's actually freezing lane. Trying, at least.
Yeah, well, it's gonna unfrozen. Actually, I don't know, that might, no, that's gonna be, it's still gonna be unfrozen for now since he has his minions pushing through the other side. But he's not, like I said, yeah, he's not trying to wave clear, he's not trying to shove it out quickly. I mean, he doesn't really have an escape mechanism, so he needs to play back towards his turret, and Palmatoro is gonna try to get some good damage into him. The core collapse is not gonna be following up. So he will stay alive, and that's kind of why I think one of the reasons he is freezing is because he's scared of those ganks.
I mean, it's smart. He's doing it good so far, and I mean it's the same for Celeste. She has the core collapse, but that's the only escape. And AD0 and MRQ both coming in. There is the mark, and there's the Achilles shot actually coming to nice core collapse. Not connect to MRQ though. It should be one more attack, but she's bleeding a bit, but should survive that one.
Mm-hmm.
Porting back now. Nice scout trap unveiling Shizzle there, so Red Wolf should be safe as well. Level 5 though.
We haven't seen any contraptions, by the way.
No.
Like at all from anyone.
Is that? I would love to hear an opinion from you, but like why that is. But I could do it as well. Just curious if you like have a theory about that. Meanwhile, nice core collapse securing Best Celeste's life.
Is it because it takes up a slot, and that's a slot you need?
For me, especially, I do have the feeling I wouldn't buy it because it's a bit too expensive and it's not giving you as much. Red Wolf should die here. Some Spectral Smites, that should be just the smite, not enough. Ooh. Nice trading back though. And yeah, in my opinion, it's way too expensive, and especially we saw Team House of Batieros versus Team Gangsters. Team Gangsters used so many scout traps, and actually no one had a contraction. So, and I have the feeling no one is buying it so far, but we'll see. It's not looking like it right now.
Getting caught on the edge of that core collapse, and he falls. That almost evens things up, as we do have IQ just going to go back out, I would assume.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Porting back. So, I mean, for the poor lane trade-off, you can see that Red Wolf is doing way more damage, and actually just not following that up because he was probably scared that the teammates of Best Celeste CU are going to sit around the corner and picking him up.
Mm-hmm.
And actually also Scout Trap and also Core Collapse are already always really deathly, especially onto a Scout Trap.
Well, he's got ultimate ready. Like, that's almost a kill.
No, not on Weapon Plate. I mean, Tension Bow combo, like Achilles shot first and then maybe 1-2 auto attacks and then... Ooh, this is not good. No one actually perfectly roaming down. He could not see it because there's no vision. He just basically just smelled it maybe. Someone is...
he's not playing Fortress. Okay. But his name is Red Wolf.
Yeah, right. He should play Fortress. With that name?
With a red skin Fortress. That'd be perfect. Oh, Palmatoro. He'll fall from that. He'll come in for AD0 this time. He's at 3-1. I'm still not sure about Fortress yet. I'm still not convinced necessarily. Only if he's impactful. Ooh.
Oh,
Doing some decent damage, 80-0. Forced him to tank.
I tried to dodge it with a That's
just habits.
That's so odd right now. I don't know. So yeah, I see that point, and I really can't really say something against it because I see what you mean, and I don't see really what is he bringing his team right now.
I mean, it's good for chasing a team, but he offers you no defensive utility.
Yeah, I would rather pick Arden into that.
Yeah. I think it's just new, so people aren't really 100% sure what he does, and they're a little bit scared. I mean, the ultimate is kind of nice because it does help zone people away, but they're also very squishy. It takes 3 hits of anything to kill them, and MyQ just trying to dance in between.
Boots are there for Red Wolf. Achilles shot slowing Palmataro. He's going down. 2 seconds left on his Kaku, but dying before he could even use it. Basilisk still in lane. I mean, getting quite a decent amount of farm there, but compared to Red Wolf, who is still roaming, he is on 50 CS, and Best Celeste EU is just on 37. And he already finished his tension bow. We actually see how 80 is kiting over Best Celeste and dying afterwards because he's kiting into a core collapse. So again, another time that actually the core collapse.
See, this is going to be good for chasing for Ringo.
Yeah. There are the wolves.
Wow.
I like that. That sound.
What was the point of it?
I don't know.
Scared him away a little bit, I guess?
We need to interview for that. I can't imagine why you would use it right there. Red Wolf might get...
He's got his teammates under him, as long as he can kite down. Look at the damage doing with the crits, though.
But there's a Solar Storm, not connecting to MIQ, not connecting to Red Wolf.
Oh!
MIQ trying to get the kill here onto Palmataro, but the tower...
The bleed?
And the tower as well. Did a bit damage there.
Oh, the bleed's not enough. And Palmataro just barely survived that fight. MyQ getting a little bit cocky there. But then again, it was like just one more auto attack to finish him off would have been enough to give them a nice little bit of an extra lead. But Rose, gotta be careful. Celeste still has a lot of damage behind her. I think the Shadow Glass isn't done just yet, but very close to being finished. And you can already see the damage Red Wolf's doing is ridiculous. But now you can see how zoned out he's getting. Oof. Yeah, 60 seconds on Solar Storm though.
Yeah, he needs the back. So he's on a heavy steel, so probably going for Tension Bow and in Sour Blade. Yeah.
I would assume so. I mean, Sour Blade, that's so much damage that you do. And when you auto-attack so much, and if you can stutter step really easily on Ringo, then why not go for it? But knowing that they have a mana advantage, they're looking to take the gold mine. They're looking to force a fight. And Zero's got to be careful. He's getting stunned up. He's got to force the stealth away, and he will just barely run away from this.
Oh, there's a fountain going to be popped, though, by MIQ. MIQ is dying there. Palmataro as well, out of a nice Ixtretsu out of 80-0. And Red Wolf is going to do so much damage, especially to Cruel, because he needs to get that stacks up. And that's the first ace for Team Red, after MIQ dying way too fast in that team fight. And actually, 80-0 somehow survived through that fountain. And you saw how much damage Red Wolf actually could pull off.
Yeah.
With just doing so many attacks during his Drilling Silver, because that's a really good thing you can do with Ringo, right? You can, what he's doing right now, because you're talking and nagging often about Cruels who are like canceling the auto attacks, and as you can see, he's doing that perfectly at the moment. I mean, it's much easier with Ringo for sure, but souling the tower there.
He doesn't even have his Sorrow Blade done, but he has the money for it. Just hasn't gone and picked it up. But 68 CS now compared to 49. Definitely a strong Ringo player. And since Vox was kind of taken out of the mix with the recent changes, I guess that's why we're finally starting to see Ringo come out to life. Yeah. Still want to see some Saw, though.
Still not Saw yet, right? I would love to see that as well, especially because we're hearing that.
Oof, there's a Sorrow Blade.
So often from like developers as well, that they say Saw and Fortress, such a good comp, and we talked about that a bit on stream already. I would love to see it.
I feel like a Serpent's Mask. A Serpent's Mask on Saw with Fortress, like the life steal you'll get from that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I mean, Saw, doesn't he have the highest damage per second in the game? Like, I'm pretty sure he can get the highest damage per second in the game because he has the attack speed passive, and then he can just build full damage. Doesn't even need to build attack speed off the back of that to really facilitate anything.
But he's a good target for Taka though.
Yeah, he can't even move.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have the one escape, so he can switch to his A ability and then get the backwards jump off of that. But after that, you're just completely gone, and then you can't really attack because then it would be too slow to run.
Yeah, you only have your Rory run basically to somehow get out of there. So Bestless, you sitting here in lane. Oh, I hope she's still there, or he. Always calling her she, but well, I mean with that name. So Gold Miner just paid out for Team Red like a minute ago as well. That's 900 golds, and it's now a 5k gold lead, nearly 5k gold lead for Team Red 1. So if they're going to win this, actually, it's their second win for ESL tournaments. And it would be the second win for Team HC as well.
Both teams would pull off their second win and tie up on Colab, who's won Cup 2 and 3. There you see MyQ trying to get aggressive, trying to catch out anyone on their team. Again, trying to take away as much of the jungle as they possibly can. Palmator using his stealth. That will force him back, and they're going to go straight onto him. Red Wolf, he's got to be careful. He's got to kite this one really well. The reflex block climbing in, not really doing too much, but might be Shizzle going down. And Best Celeste being chased away by 80-0. Ringo ultimate going to be coming in, going to connect, but not enough damage, I believe. Yeah, the burn
it's
going to be there.
Reflex blocked. Or actually not reflex blocked, but a Crucible got popped there, so he is not getting the burn damage.
Palmator.
Red Wolf is searching, and MIQ especially is searching for fights at the moment. They want to force team fights at the moment since they know that they're quite ahead. They don't want to give them the chance to come back, especially you mentioned it a couple of times, Shul is such a late game character, or hero, so we'll see about that. But at the moment he's just on a Shiver Steel actually, and is trying to get some armor against especially that Zora Blade, and that Zora Blade, and that Tension Bow, and that Tension Bow. So it's actually that's quite a burst there on 80-0 and Red Wolf.
Yeah.
And we mentioned a couple of times, Tension Bow is not only the 150 damage, 180 bonus damage, it's also the 15% of armor pierce, plus 45 weapon damage.
And they got the Serpent Mask too, done for Red Wolf, so that sustain's going to be quite heavy, especially when you pair in Fortress on top of that. And you see Team HC build up some more armor though to really work against this, and you can see them trying to trickle it in now, but it might just be a little bit too late as we're hitting that 14-minute mark. Only a minute away for that Kraken does spawn in. And that goal lead just continues to grow, almost 6,000 at 5.6 at the moment. And again, you're seeing that just completely reflected in items. Look at MyQ, look what he's built. Double Fortress, or not Double Fortress.
Double Fountain, yeah.
Yeah, Double Fountain for the extra sustain. And again, I don't know if they can burst Red Wolf down. With the Serpent's Mask, with the passive off the off the B off of MyQ and the Double Fountain.
He probably needs to be triple stunned, but Shizzleman is a little bad spot. Call Collapse trying to save him, but the Achilles shot and a nice Chitin from 80-0. No chance to survive it, though. To pick up Red Wolf, they probably need a Call Collapse hitting. They probably need in Solar Storm hitting as well. Hell's Heart needs to be there, maybe. And then Taka going in with an X-Retsu. But right now, MIQ is doing a good job, and 80-0 actually catch some Hell's Hearts there as well. So Red Wolf is kind of secured from his team. The moment, I mean 6-1-2, and Kraken, we can hear her screaming already.
Yeah, I mean the only stun they do have is out of Shizzle, and Red Wolf as a reflex block it can most likely like stop that from really doing. I mean they do have the core collapse, yeah, but Red Wolf, if he can stutter step the way he's been able to do so far, I would see that as not hitting, at least the majority of the time. But I mean we'll see. They have to be able to lock him down to really mitigate a lot of their damage, but 80-0 has already built up a ton behind that too. No one really even going tank on their side, going for that immediate burst. They know how squishy Best Celeste is going to be. And even Palmatoro and Shizzle at this point is still relatively squishy. And they're just waiting for anyone on Team HC to come check if the Kraken's being done. Oh, they might be able to catch out Shizzle.
Ooh, 409
what?
crits.
That's like 800 damage off the bat.
He got 3 Spectral Smite stacks onto 80-0, and then he just died. So and that's not enough to anyhow try to sustain through a team fight.
Yeah.
He just gets bursted down instantly.
Especially when it's only at rank 3.
Yeah.
Using that Dimension Rush for the extra shield. But Red Wolf starting off the Kraken, trying to kite him. Yeah. Should be falling relatively quickly.
Yeah, it's I mean, not with a Jewel and 1.4, but there's nothing. Especially just the Solar Storm, but Best Celeste just backporting and taking the faith of Kraken, now pushing for Dream Red 1, looking quite good for them at the moment. You mentioned the Double Fountain. Actually, we do have tier 2 boots on MIQ. And that's quite new, actually, that someone is buying tier 2 boots, since those got a bit changed as well, boots in general. with cooldown reduction, like less cooldown reductions on the active hand. But we have an engage, Hellfire Brew coming in. Best EU popping the Crucible for that. So no Crucible, actually, no stun. They can't prevent any stun anymore for the next 34th second. MIQ getting the health hurt in, a core collapse as well. A couple of auto attacks actually falling down here. Palmaro 80-0 is going down as well from that wonderful play Solar Storm. Best Celeste EU can follow up to Red Wolf. Red Wolf blocking actually that Deadman's Rush with a reflex block as well. He's still there. He still wants
have energy.
Least. Yeah, but he still can poke. I mean,
yes, he can. He's certainly, and Shizzle will fall from this.
Well, not quite yet. There he is.
And he's just keeping Celeste as much as he can off this, but Palmator going to be coming in. Red Wolf, he's not going to escape this. He actually might be able to kill him, if anything. Oh my god, he's going to kill him.
That's, ooh, so close.
Don't even tell me he's going to kill Celeste, too.
No, the tower. Oof. The towers. Oh!
He tried to go back in for it. And he does fall down. But still, the damage was done. They only got one turret off that, though, so in the end, kind of a little bit of a win for Team HC. It did cost him 2 people. But 14-9, 18 minutes in. Definitely one of the longer games we've had today. And it's looking like it's going to continue to go that route. You can see 18.6 thousand gold to 12.9. So about 5.7 thousand difference. It really hasn't changed that much since what we saw before. When it was at 5.6. So, you know, Team HC, that difference of 5.6 thousand means less and less and less as the game goes on. And if they can keep dragging this out, they might actually have what it takes to overcome Red Team 1.
Is that connecting? No, don't think so. Oh no, it did connect into 80-0. I don't quite know why he threw his ultimate quite there, since it's a 70 seconds cooldown now, and that stun is quite useful. I mean, we saw how 80-0 got dragged out of the health hurt in the combination with the Solar Storm. So staying in lane though. They probably heard you talking about like, don't go into your jungle if you can't win team fights at the moment.
It's just, I feel like it should be common sense. Like, especially you want to run the jungle when you have Taka there who can just kite you forever. And you have Red Wolf who just gets free reign to kite too. Like, and they took their own minion mine, which was a little bit of a mistake. Because like now they, you know, won't get as much farm headed towards them, but they're holding on. Like they only lost 1 turret off of that Kraken. They're starting to win the fights. They're starting to be able to at least contest in the fights a little bit more, as long as they can hit their skills accordingly. If they keep this up, you know, they could drag on long enough to, you know, get enough income to be even in items and maybe win a fight or 2.
Yeah, the good thing though right now is for them, there are not strong minions coming in to help push Red into the towers, so that's maybe kind of the idea behind that. Might be. And I mean, it's easy for Red just picking up that minion miner. And now they are lurking in that bush, but I don't think that HC is at the moment looking for a fight in their jungles, so they're just sticking to the lane, trying to get as much farm as possible from there. Shizzle getting some flare guns, a bit of vision, but no one is actually like, Best Celeste is just sitting there. She's just waiting. Come to us. You want to kill our Vein Crystal right now. We just want to defend and get into late game.
Well, this is where it can get potentially very boring for teams and players and people who are watching. Because like, there's no incentive for them to leave. When Kraken comes up, they could contest if they want to, and that's what you're seeing Red Team 1 wait for, I think, is the Kraken so they can push with it. But if Team HC play it right, like they could ignore the Kraken and just try to get an ace. Then from the ace, kill the Kraken, and then finally go on the push and be the ones who are the aggressor. Because that would be so much money that they would have secured from this.
So that's like also like a 20-second Kraken getting captured quite fast. What's your opinion on that? Since I mentioned a couple of times you're like into MOBAs a lot, and there are other big objectives in other MOBAs. Do you have the feeling that he is getting captured or she is getting captured way too fast late game?
Well, you expect late game for the objective like that to be captured quickly. I just feel like there's no incentive for the losing team to pick it up or to contest it. Because like you can take it, but then you get no turrets off of it. And you might get aced. Like, I don't know, it's really hard in this game, I think, in Vainglory to come back when you're the losing team, unless the other team makes a giant mistake. Like, there's no easy route. Like, there's no wards to put down, so you have permanent vision, so you can feel free to take your own jungle. All you have are scout traps, which can be instantly popped. You see them, well, that was some bad ultimates coming around. They're potentially going to get burst down. Ultimate going to be missing, though. And I think this is the turn that they needed. Once the ultimate was gone, they haven't pushed a little bit too far. Shizzle's got to get back under these turrets to stay alive. But he's getting slowed up left and right. He will finally fall. And that's up to Palmatoro and Best Celeste to hold on. Try to poke as much as you can, but Celeste is almost out of energy. And those turrets are falling extremely quickly. Now diving straight onto this turret, Celeste, will he be able to escape? He will just barely get back under the fountain in time. but I don't think he has enough damage behind this as the second turret does fall. And now the Crystal's left all alone, and Celeste is actually even getting 1v1 against MyQ, who will fall. But the Crystal is gone. Crystal is dead. And that will be it. Red Team 1 are our victors of Cup number 6.
Good stuff. So second time winning actually for Team Red 1.
Yeah, what team was bound to do it to tap against Collab, who got knocked out, funny enough, in the round of 16, I think it was, to Prodigy. So fortunately, they, well, they didn't get much further, but they do, I think, retain their #1 spot, or close to #1 spot. But this puts Red Team 1 in a clear heavy presence for slot number 2 or 1. And actually, I'm not sure if that will put them ahead or not. Actually, yeah, we'll put them ahead.
Yeah.
It'll put them quite far ahead. So Red Team 1 going to be our #1 seed now. And they 100% have a secured spot coming into the finals on June 14th.
Yes.
All right. Well, we finally got to see the new patch. We finally got to see what new things were out there. We got to see, you know, Fortress played quite a bit, which was new. It was exciting.
We saw Fortress bans as well from always Team Red. I like to mention that again because it's like, why are they picking? Why are they banning it? Is it how we mentioned it? Is
I think
it
it's just because they haven't played it enough.
They didn't play it. Well, they are playing it every match. MIQ
oh, they are playing it every match. Never mind. Okay.
Like MIQ played him literally every match.
Right. Yeah. So why are they banning it? Because maybe it's like, well, actually, I don't know. Because like, what, Scarf isn't strong anymore.
Or maybe Red
at least
knows
what he
how
was.
good he is already, and we are just not seeing it. And that's why they're banning it, and no one is banning it versus Red at the moment because they have the feeling it's more worth banning Koshkar somehow, banning Jewel against them. And they leave Fortress open and they can play him all the time.
I think we might see some different things coming into Cup number 7, which actually will be on Wednesday, and you'll be joining me for that one. Blueberries will be joining me on Sunday after that for Cup number 8. But I believe actually on this channel, after we are done, there will be a host over a SoCal Vainglory LAN that's going on by Wadi, if I say his name correctly. So make sure to stick around and stay tuned for that. I think that's gonna be it for us tonight, though.
Yep.
No more games to cast. Saw some good things. Saw some new fun things.
Yep.
Cool to see patch 1.5 and all the changes and how it's affected the game as well. And guys, until we see you next time, hope you guys enjoyed the show. And we'll see you on Wednesday at 7 p.m. CEST or 1900 for Cup number 7. And hope you guys have a good night.